Hi Taurus, welcome to your end of December 2018 general tarot reading. It's Raina here. Let me see. I'm doing these cards in different order than I normally do. Okay. Gosh, they seem like some of the same cards I picked for another sign, although in different positions. The heart of the matter is the Queen of Cups. If this is you, Taurus, you are a lot more, how would I say it, contemplative right now. You may feel like your intuition is on point about something. And I wouldn't say necessarily that you suspect anything in your life, but it's almost like if this is a work matter, I would think that you are thinking more of your own inner life than an outward career. And the queen can be the mother, the person who wants to be a mother perhaps, and or a parent. It could even be a male who wants to stay at home and raise children and not have that kind of competitive environment, that outer world, like you're kind of in an interior mode. It could even be like some kind of training for spiritual healing arts or psychic work, something that requires psychic ability. But I include healing arts like Reiki and even massage therapy and things like that, because I think they are intuitive as well, some of them at least. And so there's the possibility of something along those lines as well. And what crosses you is represented by the Six of Wands. And this is a card actually in the upright position of recognition, and especially, career-wise. This could be a fire sign individual like a Leo. This card specifically connects to Leo. And this person may not be, you may have realized that this person can't give you that life for whatever reason. Maybe they are not successful career-wise, so you would have to work. You would never be able to stay at home in the first place because you would have to work outside the home. And there could be a situation where perhaps this person is just problematic and you realize that you can't have a future with this person, and maybe you thought you could in the past. So, I mean, this could show up in different areas. The reason that I want to emphasize kind of the situation involving some kind of intuitive gifts that you are developing perhaps, or that you are maybe like doing a lot of spiritual work, spiritual studies, or things like that, is because this is not the card, even if we're talking about career matters, of somebody who is like really worldly, ambitious. This is somebody who is getting in touch with their higher self and really seeing a situation from the intuitive perspective rather than, using their logic or what have you. So whatever is going on, it could be just about anything, it still is boiling down to you being more of that contemplative person, that highly intuitive person. And if we look at the past position, we have here the Two of Wands. So there may have been some kind of decision that you had to make. And because wands can connect with career, and this can also be about where you live as well. You might have felt as though you needed more time to make a decision, that you were trying to feel it out intuitively. Maybe something didn't feel right inside of you and you wanted to kind of hold off on making a decision, or simply just your decision was to let go of a career even. And maybe you are expecting a child, or your partner is expecting a child, and so you're getting ready for that. But when we look at the current situation here, we get a card of Nine of Swords, which is a card of anxiety. So even if you're doing something that you want to do, you may be met with some kind of person, perhaps a partner, or if this is at work, you are being guilted for maybe wanting to leave, and you feel like anxious about it because perhaps you want to please others and you feel like you're letting other people down. With the Six of Wands in the challenge position, you may have decided to go off on your own, because even if you have experienced success, you're turning your back on it because you realize it isn't enough for you right now. And sometimes it can be that you're going through some kind of a spiritual evolution, or, you know, some people call it ascension, but also an awakening. And Uranus recently went into Taurus. Now it's retrograding in Aries, but it will go back. And that Uranus can be that psychic influence. And perhaps you have really shifted your priorities, Taurus. I don't know how many of you will resonate with that, but I feel like if you haven't now, in the next 7 years, you will be radically changing in some way, possibly in more than one way. And the Nine of Swords can feel like the anxiety that is coming from change. And maybe it's just that everything is happening so fast that you can't really process it. Because now Uranus is back in the 12th house. And by the way, the 12th house is a mystical house, and that in itself may have produced some kind of unusual psychic experiences for you. And now, because it's in that 12th house again, it's happening again. But it's almost, you know, when Uranus is retrograding, it might feel out of control. Like you can't really control it, and it feels overwhelming or something like that. But the truth is that it's only going to be there until March. And of course, I'm talking about in a general sort of way. But it can, you know, it will go direct in January. So maybe it won't seem as out of control. And the point is that if this is a personal relationship too, you have to acknowledge if somebody is, you know, inducing a bunch of anxiety in you, Taurus. Maybe it's time to let go of a relationship that is feeling very oppressive and is provoking a lot of anxiety. What is coming in is represented by the Six of Pentacles. It's possible that if you have wanted to start a business, you will get somebody who will give you money to do so. It can also be that you are helping somebody else out with money. If you are in a relationship with somebody and you are planning on splitting up, you may give them some money, almost like buying them out so that you can have your freedom. It can be a situation where you're looking for some sort of equality in a relationship, and it's, you know, it may be one of these situations where you want to stay home with your child and your partner objects, and they may feel like they're the one that is having to work harder. Sometimes that's what the other person feels, is that if you're staying at home, you're just eating bonbons and you're not really sacrificing as much as they are. And so you might try to work something out on a practical level so that it feels very fair. It also, to the other party especially. By the way, with the Queen of Cups in your workplace, you may find that maybe you have felt that you have not been paid for your, what you've done, and maybe you're going to get a raise that is fair. Perhaps your boss did not appreciate your contribution or contributions, and you felt, with the Six of Wands in the challenge position, you might have felt like kind of dissed and unappreciated. The outcome is the Four of Wands. So if there's some kind of rift in the home environment, that could get resolved. It can also be about buying a new home. So perhaps that Two of Wands was, whether or not we should do this and even like move or what have you. And you decide to go along with that other person, or the other person decides to go along with you. And there's some kind of resolution to it. Understand that even though I'm doing a mid-month update, I fully realize that a lot of this stuff might be taking time and may not all be what some people are going through, but I hope that at least the themes might resonate with some Taurus people. And I would say the bottom line is that there is this conflict between career and home life. And in some way, the person may feel trapped because they want a certain thing and their partner kind of is a bit resistant to it or downright opposes it. But I feel like it will be resolved, whatever this is, and even in the workplace, that you will get what you want eventually. Okay, that's what I have for you, Taurus. If you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Have a great holiday and New Year. Take care. Bye.